Hey y'all. So let me tell y'all what just happened. I did a whole video and the entire video deleted on me except for one portion of the video. So I had two portions of the video, it was like an hour video, and I didn't have enough storage in my phone, so I had to delete some things, and I ended up deleting so many different things by accident. Where I deleted my videos and everything. So I almost cried, but I had to tell myself, no, this is another test. You have to take the good, the bad with the good with the bad. I'm telling you. I almost flipped as far as like telling myself, like, I don't care no more. Like, F this. But then I said, no, 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 no. We're just going to have to do the first beginning of the video again really quickly because I don't have much storage on my phone. So I'm going to have to just cram all of this up in one lump before I try to upload it because it's not going to upload. I got too much stuff going on in this phone. I don't have enough storage. I need a hard drive thing or whatever that I could be able to transfer videos to the USB or whatever, whatnot, once I get my computer fixed, because I still need my computer fixed. It's just a lot going on right now, y'all. Like, I had to get a drink. I had to get a drink. So I had my coffee earlier, but now we got a little drink right now because I just been trying to upload, trying to edit, trying to do things, and it just has not been working this morning for me, y'all. The devil has been trying me so heavy, it don't make no sense. But we keep nunchucking him and rebuking him in the name of Jesus, and we're gonna get right back to it. Period. So I told y'all what the video was about. Well, before we get into that, thank y'all for tuning in with your girl Chandra on Self Motivation Talk. We're gonna get into it. And I need for y'all to hear this word because this is real. And it's actually a guy that I've been looking up on YouTube. He's a motivational speaker as well. So let's get into it, y'all, because I had such a morning. Let's make it. Okay, so we back. I apologize, y'all, if y'all hear screaming. The next door neighbor got their child. She she's screaming, but that's all right. Hopefully y'all don't hear her. But let's get straight into it. So I don't know if y'all heard of a man named Earl Nightingale. His name is Earl Nightingale. Okay, I gotta give credit where credit due. Okay, so the video was about "We Become What We Think" by Earl Nightingale. We become what we think. So I'm just gonna quickly elaborate on some of the quotes that I wrote down that he put on his platform and everything, and I just want to go over a little bit with y'all with some of the things that resonated with me and everything. So once again, we become what we think. Earl Nightingale. And I don't want to go over the ones that I already did, so I'm just going to go over a few of them because I don't have much time, y'all. I told y'all. So, there is no success without suffering. So, you can't succeed without suffering. They coincide, y'all. You got to know that, in order to make it where you try to make it, you're going to fall on your face a couple times. You're going to flop. It's going to get very hard to the point where you want to give up, that you don't want to do it anymore. Keep going. In order to get to success's door and be able to knock on that door, you're going to have to go through some trials and tribulations. We already know that. So that's one of them. There is no success without suffering, okay? A bad attitude is like a flat tire. I don't know if I said this in the other video, but a bad attitude is like a flat tire. You can't go anywhere unless you change it, until you change it. So that was a big one for me. Once again, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. You can't go anywhere unless you change it. So, in order for you to be able to have opportunities and people that want to be connected to you and collab with you and all those different things, you got to have a better attitude, okay? You can't have no nasty attitude and think people are going to want to be around you. They're not even going to want to deal with you, okay? Let me slow it down. People aren't going to want to deal with a person with a bad attitude. It's like a flat tire, just like Earl said. You can't go nowhere unless you change it. So once you change your attitude, only then you'll start to have open doors and opportunities for you and people that want to connect with you and gravitate towards you because you're a kind-hearted and good person and you don't have a stank, nasty attitude. I don't care how pretty you is. When you got a nasty attitude, guess what? It gets you nowhere and now you look disgusting. You look like a monster. You look ugly in a nutshell. Perseverance is another word for faith. Okay? So it's not going to come together. You have to have the faith in order to have the perseverance. You have to have the perseverance and have the faith. So they both coincide. You can't have perseverance without faith, because how are you going to keep going forward and moving on and trucking on in your life if you ain't got that faith? You know, because if anything, if I don't have the faith, it's not going to keep me going forward, because I can't see it physically. I can't see it visually, because we know faith is based on the unknown. It's based on you won't be able to see it. You just have to believe it's already happening for you. So perseverance, you have to believe that things are already opening up for you. Doors are already opening up for you. That's where that faith lies in, to keep you moving forward with that perseverance. Y'all see I'm going fast with this because I don't know how much time. Okay. Your world is a living expression of how you are. Your world is a living expression of how you are. Okay. So however you are is going to shape your world. If you're a negative person, it's going to shape your world in a negative aspect. You're a positive person, it's going to shape your world in a positive aspect. Positive things that happen. Not to say negative things won't happen, but you'll start to be in a positive vibration where more good things will happen versus bad things. So we need for y'all to live in a positive expression, because it's gonna show that's how you are. It's gonna show that this is who you are. This is how you are. So you got to be good in order to get good. You don't want to be bad and negative, because guess what? Your world is a living expression of how you are. So if you're vibrating on a low frequency, that's what you're gonna get from the universe. Low frequency stuff going on, negative stuff going on in your life, So we're gonna need you to up that vibration so that way it can coincide with your world, So that way the universe could protect you and take care of you and do all the necessary things of positive, of goodness, because that's what you're giving out to the world. That's what you're giving back to the universe. That's what you're giving to yourself. You don't want to give yourself negative and nastiness and all these nasty things, whatnot, because now the universe going to give you exactly what you feel like you are, how you are. Okay, let's keep going. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. This was a good one that I tried to elaborate on earlier before my video deleted on me. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. So in order for you to get the vast reward, the big reward, you have to do a grand service, so to speak. So if you're giving crumbs, you're going to get crumbs in a nutshell. That's exactly what Earl was talking about. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. People be wanting the big reward, but they do the little service. They give out crumbs, but they want the big, the vast, profound reward of things. And it's like, no, you get what you give. I tell people that you get what you give. Okay? So let me repeat that. Our rewards, you want that big reward, right? Well, it's going to have to align with the exact proportion of your service. Okay? So if you're trying to give up a lot of yourself in service and do a great service in a big way, now that means you want that big reward. You're going to reap that big reward because you did that big service. Okay. Now, if you're trying to give out crumb service, you ain't trying to give out everything, but let me give a little bit of my service. Guess what? You're going to get a little bit of that reward just as well. So let me keep going. I don't want to go over things that I already did, y'all. Okay, I think I did these in the last video. We will go to see because they know where they're going. Okay, okay. Sorry, y'all. So our attitude towards life determines life's attitude toward us. So if you have a positive attitude toward life, life's attitude towards you will be positive. It will be good. Because your attitude towards life is not, like, let me give you an example. My attitude toward life when I was younger was terrible. It was so negative, almost to the point where I almost took myself out. That was my thought process, the way I spoke about myself. Everything was just so disgusting. It was so angry. It was so just, and having that attitude toward my life, what happened was it determined life's attitude toward me. So I gave my life attitude, I gave my life negativity, and life only gave that back. The universe only gave it back. And I kept trying to understand, why is this happening? And I never knew that everything in your mind and in your mouth is powerful, and it speaks for your destiny. So if you want a better outcome in your life and you want to see the universe work in your favor, you got to start talking better about yourself. You got to start thinking better about yourself. So that way you can change the shift of the universe from negative to being on your side now and making things happen for you now. The key that unlocks energy is desire. Get excited, okay? The key that unlocks energy is desire. Get excited. I tell people that all the time. If you want somebody to like what you like, or you got a business going on, or you got something that you're trying to do and you want people to gravitate toward it, you got to be excited about it, okay? Ain't nobody else going to be excited about it more than you. You have to be excited about it so other people can gravitate and be excited about what you like too. So like I said before, if I got this glass of wine and I'm trying to sell this glass of wine to somebody, I'm going to make it seem so exciting to me because I'm trying to, I'm excited about this glass of wine. So I have to be able to have enthusiasm so that way it can resonate to other people. Other people can be like, let me try some of that wine too. The way she making it sound good. So you want to be excited about your endeavors so other people can feel excited about what you got going on too, because it's endorphin. Happiness is an endorphin, y'all. Smiling, being happy, being kind, being loving is an endorphin. People see it. It's like a drug, so to speak, honestly. Like when a person sneezes also, and then the next person sneezes next to you, or not even sneeze, my bad, yawn. So if a person yawn, y'all know it's contagious. Another person yawning too. Same thing. You happy, you smiling. Somebody else, they ain't gonna know why you're smiling, but it's gonna make them feel a little happy. Like, you smiling about? What's wrong with you? It's automatic. Okay? So problems are challenges to creative minds. Without problems, there would be little reason to think at all. That's a good one for me. Problems are challenges to creative minds. So if you have a creative, vast mind, a problem or a challenge is going to be nothing for you. In fact, it's going to be fun for you because your mind is ready to explore. Your mind is ready to create something else new because that's all we do. That's all we can do is think. What's the next endeavor? What's the next thing that we can create? What's the next thing that we can do? Because we know that our minds are so powerful. It's so big that we can, do all different kind of things. So the problems and the challenges for a creative person is actually gold, because without that, there's little reason to think at all. And a creative person, that's all we can do is think. If we don't have, if there's little to no reason to think at all, that's going to dull us down. That's going to make us a little anxious. It's going to make us depressed. It's going to make us, because that's our craft. We have to put that out there. We have to flourish in our creativity. We have to, bring our creativity to the forefront of things. That's who we are. All right. What else? I'm trying to hurry up, y'all. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm already in 10 minutes. I'm going to do one more. I really don't know if I did these already. Let's see. Okay, so this is a good one. I'm going to do this last one real quick, y'all. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. And success is in direct proportion of our service. Let me say that one more time. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. And success is in direct proportion to our service. So this is easy. You have to have a service in order to be successful, in order to generate money, okay? But you first have to have a service. You first have to find something creative. Find something you love to do, And it technically don't have to be your purpose, but it could just be something that you love to do. Don't do nothing boring or that you don't like to do, because that ain't gonna work. It'll only work when you do something you love to do. Only then will you be of service. That way you can get that success from that service, and then the money will start to flow, okay? So success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. So in order to make that money, you have to have a service, do a service, and become successful in that service to get that money, to generate that money. Plain and simple. You can't just come out here with your hand out thinking that, oh, let me get that money. No. What is your service? What can you bring to the table that can make things successful or make you successful to generate that money? That's all that is. A service, succeed in that service, and bring that paper in. That's what it is, y'all. So that was just a couple of Earl Nightingale's quotes that I wanted to tell y'all. And it's just so true, you know. It just like all of these is really, it's so easy to use in your day-to-day life, honestly. And like I said, you know, y'all can write them down and everything and just look over them every day, read them every day, and try to just interpret it in your life, in your day-to-day life. That's what I'm doing, and it has been working for me, y'all. So I just had to quickly come back on here and make another video because I messed up, y'all. Like, I deleted everything, but the Lord put it in me to come back down here and try it again. Dust yourself off and try again. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become reality. So in a nutshell, if I continuously, like for instance, let me give y'all an example, me doing these videos. If I'm repetitive on doing these videos every day, or at least every other day if I miss a day, because I've been missing like 2 days, honestly, y'all. I've been so busy with trying to get this inspection stuff done. But when you're repetitive still on, like for me, with me being repetitive doing these videos, what'll happen is being planted in our subconscious mind. Well, my subconscious mind. You guys too, the ones that's watching, is being, all this information is being planted in your subconscious mind, whether you know it or not. When you're watching these videos, it's teaching you something, whether you know it or not. Okay, subconsciously. So basically, me doing these videos is planting in my subconscious mind. You know, as far as this information, me doing these videos every day, me being dedicated to doing these videos and everything, and giving y'all the information and just telling y'all about just these life things and all this different stuff, whatnot, is subconsciously being planted for me to continuously do this every day. Even if I feel like I don't want to do a video that day, even if I feel tired, subconsciously I'm like, I got to get up and do this video. You know, it's repetitive because I've been repetitive on it. So when you're repetitive on doing anything in your life, it's an automatic subconscious thing. It's an all the time thing because you're doing it consistently all the time. I tell people, it takes about 2 weeks to obtain a habit and about 2 weeks to get rid of a habit. So with me doing these videos subconsciously every day, what I'm doing is I'm being repetitive. Excuse me, y'all. I'm being repetitive on these videos. Repetition and emotion. And what he meant by emotion is, if you're repetitive on it and you're giving your energy, you're giving your emotion into it. Like me, I get emotional sometimes on these videos. You know, I get really enthusiastic about what I'm talking about because this stuff is real, man. This is stuff everybody need to know about. This is stuff that the world goes through on a daily basis when it comes to mental health and these demonic attacks and all this different stuff, the spiritual realm that we coincide with, because we coincide with the spirit realm and the physical realm. They both together, side by side, okay? We just don't pay attention to the spiritual or spirit realm. But with repetition and emotion, one day will become reality. So one day, the more I keep doing this, the more I keep being repetitive on these videos and putting this stuff out there for y'all, whatnot, one day I'm going to become big. One day I'm going to have other people that's already high rank gravitating toward me and wanting to help me to become successful as well. You got to think all of these things as if it's already happened. You got to look at it like, I'm already successful. I'm already on a high rank. I'm already a high rank YouTuber where, you know, I'm changing lives and everything. I'm getting paid to do what I love to do. Something I used to do for free. This ain't nothing. I talk to people like this for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask for nothing. I don't say, let me give you some insight. Let me tell you a little some bit of something, but I'm going to need a fee. No, I don't think so. This is all just me. But the Lord put it inside of me because y'all got it too. Not to say this is your gift, but everybody has a purpose. Everybody has their own individual purpose. So with that being said, you have to find your purpose. You have to ask God, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing on this planet Earth? What difference am I supposed to be making on this planet Earth? Not only for me, but for others. Because we know that the Lord is a serving God, is a serving Lord, Jesus. So he wants you to serve as well. He don't want you to just give everything to yourself. He wants you to help people too. But you see, he puts it in you to not be a people-pleasing person as well, though. He needs for you to have boundaries as well, of course. But he also put it in you to be able to change lives as well. Because a lot of people don't know these things. A lot of people wasn't taught these things. So you can't fault people. I think I tell people you ain't the judge, jury, or the prosecutor. I know I'm not. Because I know some of these things that we think is common sense ain't too common for people, for some people. They don't know. And we can't sit up there and bash them about it. They really don't know. Only thing we could do is, and I tell people that all the time, if you're going to talk about somebody, that means you're willing to change their life. That means you're willing to come at the forefront and change the circumstance that they have going on, since you're willing to talk out the side of your mouth. Whenever somebody come to me and tell me something about me that they think they know, or what I shouldn't be doing, I tell them, could you help me? I could really use the help, and I ain't even playing. I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't throwing shade, nothing. I could use some help since you got something to say. That means you're concerned. That's how you need to start looking at people. When people got something to say, start looking at them like, oh, I'm flattered. You're concerned about my well-being. That means you're willing to help. I could use the help. Don't y'all know y'all have people talking junk about y'all? They'll be like, I ain't helping. Well, that means shut the hell up, right? That means get out my business. That ain't paying you. The only time I got something to say about somebody is if I got a mechanism. I got some sort of way that I can help change your life or change the circumstance of the situation. Only then is when I'm going to say something out my mouth. Other than that, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say shit at all. Y'all know. Y'all been taught that. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep your words to yourself. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Because we don't care. They null and void. They're irrelevant. Our attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards us. Let me repeat that. Our attitude towards life determines life's attitude toward us. So you are what you think. You are what you speak. And it will happen in that way. So let me elaborate a little bit deeper on that. Because I had to learn this the hard way. Our attitude towards life determines life's attitude toward us, okay? So my attitude toward life was negative back when I was younger. My attitude toward life was, I don't want to be here. What the hell I'm doing here? Yeah, I'm in this world. I'm not of this world. And I really felt that profoundly, that I wasn't of this world, to the point where I didn't want to be in this world, okay? I didn't want to be in this world. But my attitude towards life ended up hindering the attitude, life's attitude toward me. Okay? So let me repeat that. I was hindering life's attitude toward me because of my attitude toward life. So my attitude toward life was disgusting. I hated life. I hated life. I didn't like it at all. I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I used to say that all the time. What the hell am I doing here? And that is why the negative thoughts, the negative tongue, always ended up with the negative life. So what I had to do was change the way I thought, change the way I speak, change everything about me. Only then was I able to see the changes in my life. You get it? So my brain wasn't on the same level as my life. You get it? So my brain was on a level of low vibration. I was just so low vibrational. And that's how my world ended up low vibrational. My life was low vibrational. Once I changed my thought process for my life and changed my tongue, the way I speak about my life and about me, only then was I able to see the positive things turn around for my life. Once I stopped talking crazy about my life, because I didn't see the positive in it. I didn't see the good in it. So when I had to separate myself, only then was I able to see that my life mattered, that I mattered. And then that's when life's attitude toward me started being good. Life's attitude toward me started being good. Because my attitude toward life started being good. You get it? My attitude toward life started changing. And that's what made life attitude change for me too. The only thing it was doing was it was matching my vibration. And that's what's happening to y'all. Negative things happen because the vibration is not matching. You gotta make it match. You gotta have a positive vibration, a high frequency, a high vibration in order for life, in order for the universe to get on your level. Let's keep going, y'all. I love these. I got a couple more. Your world is a living expression of how you are. Your world is a living expression of how you are. You get it? So if your world is filled with negativity, it's a living expression of who you are, of how you are. You're negative. You get it? So if your world is filled with negativity, negative people, negative things that's happening in your life, you just can't seem to get things right. You just can't seem to get ahead. You know why? Your world is a living expression of how you are. So if your world is filled with that, that means you got to change who you are. So you could, bring in a more positive, higher vibration, higher frequency, better people in your life, better jobs, better things. You know what I'm saying? So basically, in a nutshell, you want your world to be positive or negative, because that's a reflection of how you are. You can make your life happy with rainbows and sunshines. It's a reflection of how you are. Rainbow, sunshines, happiness. Or you can be negative and take on everything in a nasty light. You can take on everything as an evil, angry person. And that's how your world is going to be. Your world is going to be a living expression of that. Once you change yourself, your world is going to change. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling y'all right now, change yourself. Change your attitude. Watch your world. Your world is going to start to change its attitude towards you. Because we always blame the universe. The universe ain't on our side. Oh, it is on your side. It just wants you to be on your own side as far as the right side, the positive side. It wants you to be on the positive side. So then that way it can coincide. It can resonate. It can come and help you out because it see that your frequency is high. So it ain't got no choice but to be on a high frequency alongside with you. It can't be on a high frequency when you're on a low frequency. It can't connect. It's not going to connect. It's going to give you what you are, negative. Whenever we are afraid, it's because we don't know enough. If we understood enough, we would never be afraid. That's a big one. So fear comes from the unknown. We know that. Fear comes from not knowing what the next move is going to be. So at the same time, we don't make that next move because we don't know what it's going to look like. We too busy looking for the finishing product instead of actually trying to, create and go forth and go in a faith-based way as far as the product being done or whatever the case may be. So whenever we are afraid, it's because we don't know enough. That's true. We only base fear off of what we don't know, of the unknown. We don't know enough. If we had enough information, we won't be as nervous. We won't be as scared because you see, we know what's going to happen next. The human is in human nature. If we don't know what's going to happen next, it's always going to be some sort of nerve-wracking mentality going on because you don't know. You want to know. That way you can know what move to make next. See, because when we don't know what move to make next, now we just got to sit and keep, digging in our minds and thinking to ourselves, what is to become of this? What is to become of this? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I don't know if I'm going to have to do this, if I'm going to have to do that. It's just, now you're just worried instead of knowing exactly what it is so you can be in alignment. Whenever we are afraid, it's because we don't know enough. If we understood enough, we would never be afraid. I just said it, y'all. So if we knew what was going to happen next, we wouldn't worry about what's going to happen or what's to be expected or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's what I meant to say before. I lost my train of thought. What's expected of us or of me. Oh, Jesus. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. That is a big one. Let me explain to y'all. A lot of people want something that's not due to them. A lot of people want the fruits of other people's labor. Let me repeat that. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. So basically, you get what you earned. If you didn't do the work, you didn't earn the high fruits of that labor. You're going to get the crumb that you did, that you earned. You're going to get the crumb that you earned. You're not going to get the vast reward because you didn't earn that vast reward because your service was this much. So you get what you earn. That's exactly what that means. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. So if you served this much, guess how much your reward is going to be? It's going to be this much because you ain't serve enough. Now, when you serve on a vast level, then you'll get a vast reward in a nutshell. A lot of people out here in this world, they want to get what they didn't earn. They want to get the reward, the big reward, but they didn't do the big service, okay? People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. First of all, you can't know where you're going if you don't have a goal. That's first and foremost. You ain't going nowhere if you don't have a goal. If you don't have something you're trying to do and accomplish, you ain't going nowhere. You're stuck like a car with no gas, okay? You're stuck. Like how we talked about the flat tire. You're stuck, okay? Until you put some air in that damn tire. People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. You got to know where you're going. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog scared me. You got to know where you're going. But, lost train of thought again. You got to know where you're going, okay? So, basically, like I said in a nutshell, you can't have a goal without knowing where you're going, okay? So, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. So, with the goal, of course, it's going to be easier to succeed because you have a goal. You have a plan. You have a game plan. So, when you have a game plan and a goal at hand, it's going to be a little easier, or a lot easier to succeed. It's going to be a lot easier because now you have a bit of a roadmap now. The goal is the roadmap. You know? So now it's going to be easy to succeed because you have something in place where you have an idea where you're going, where you're trying to go. So yes, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. You got to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, where are you going? You're going to be discombobulated. You don't know where you're going because you ain't got nothing you're going to. Everything begins with an idea. Everything begins with an idea, y'all. This is so profound. Everything begins with an idea. Okay? So you got to have the idea first. And then you got to take the idea from your brain and put it out into the world. Put it out on paper. Okay? And I say paper first so that you can be able to not have your mind in such a clutter. So if you have the idea, write the idea down, and now you can elaborate on it. Now you can look at that paper and think on ideas on how to succeed in that idea, you know? So everything begins with an idea. You can't do nothing without an idea, of course. Never give up on a dream because of time. This is the last one, y'all. Never give up on a dream because of time, okay? Time is the enemy of everything and everybody. Time is the enemy because we look at time and we think, I don't have enough. I don't got enough time. I'm too old. I'm too old. I mind you, God never came to you and said, you're going to die tomorrow, did he? Even though we don't know when. But he never came to you and gave you an exact date, okay? So never give up on your dream because you think that it's too late. You got people. Matter of fact, I heard a story where it was a 90-year-old woman that went to get her GED and graduated at 90. GED. It's never too late, baby. It's only too late when you're in the dirt. Okay? It's only too late when you're in the dirt. And you're not in the dirt yet. So that means you have a fighting chance to figure it out and get it right. I say that all the time. Never give up on your dream because of time, because you're still here. So you still have time. That's how you need to look at it. Look at it like I'm still here. I don't care how old I am. I'm still alive. And that is the main thing that matters. That is the only thing that matters, is that you still living and breathing to make a difference in your life. I don't care if you're 100 years old. You still here to make a difference in your life, however long that may be. Even if you got a year left to live, you're 100 years old, you got 101 to live, make that year count. Make that year count. Never give up on a dream because of time, y'all. Not to say you have all the time in the world, but you have time when you still waking up every morning and breathing every day. Never give up, y'all. And also, don't let nobody tell you you can't do something because they could never do it. They could never. Don't never let nobody tell you that you cannot accomplish something because they feel like it's too out there. It's too out of pocket. It's too big. Never let nobody, you know why it's too big, it's too out of pocket for them? Because they could never. Remember that. All right, y'all. I just wanted to elaborate on those affirmations, on those quotes, basically from Earl Nightingale. A really, really positive man. I'm very happy I discovered the guy because he keeps it real in a nutshell, and he keeps it short and simple and plain, where you can understand exactly what he's saying and where he's coming from, and you will be able to resonate. So, yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man, with your girl on Self Motivation Talk. You already know what to do. Hit those buttons, man. Please like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, man, because I keep telling y'all, it's going to help the world, baby. And it's also going to help the algorithm on this channel, so we can start getting these videos out for people that is just afraid to really express themselves, afraid to really tackle the mental health. Because honestly, ain't no scared. Don't be scared, because at the end of the day, this is life or death for all of us. Mental health is life or death for all of us, because stress kills. We know that. We know that. And mental health could also bring you into a dark, dark, dark world where it could also still take you out. So please, y'all, hit those buttons, man. I love y'all. Remember to love yourself first and foremost, because you cannot love anyone else before loving yourself first. I tell people that all the time. Until next time, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Stay prayed up and keep the utmost high at the forefront, man. If you don't do nothing else, have a beautiful, wonderful Tuesday. See you.